Welcome to episode 34 of the 2-Minute Warning. Today on the table, the Seattle Seahawks. Will we see this team in Super Bowl 55? Is that this season?
Yeah, I believe so. It's tough. They'll have to play either the Bucs or the Packers in the playoffs, assuming they'll be the toughest opponents they got to match up against. Possibly the Bears, we don't know. But if I have to bet money, yes, they make it to the Super Bowl. If they have to play the Bucs and Packers, that could change. But if in the playoffs they get lucky and the Packers and Bucs knock each other out and they only got to play one, I'm taking the Seattle offense. We haven't seen them lose yet. They got a decent game this week against the Cardinals, but that's probably not much of a worry. That's not going to indicate if they make the Super Bowl. Seahawks have arguably, is it too bold to say, the best receiver in the league already, DK Metcalf?
I don't think it's too bold.
If not, certainly the most potential and probably a top 5 receiver. Great slot, Tyler Lockett. Josh Gordon's going to come off of suspension if he stops smoking weed. Philip Dorsett, he has a ring. He's experienced. Came from Tom Brady and the Patriots. He knows what he's doing. He's coming from the IR. And their tight end roster is stacked. Yes, they're making the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I see. And you brought up if they get unlucky enough to play the Bucs and the Packers, of course, their road to the Super Bowl will be much more difficult. But I think this is a team, Seahawks, that can beat both of those teams, then even go to the Super Bowl and possibly beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I like this Seahawks team very, very much out of the NFC to make it. Yeah. And I see what I see with their possible chance of playing the Bucs and the Packers. If that lines up to happen, they beat both those teams and end up in the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to lose the Super Bowl either. I think that this team is a team that's good all the time, but when they heat up, they're even better. And I think that this team right here with this man, Russell Wilson, is the biggest threat to the Chiefs. Biggest thing in their way of another Lombardi trophy for that franchise.
Yeah, it is unfortunate we don't get to see Seattle play the Packers or the Bucs in the regular season for a possible preview, but it is what it is. After talking about their offense, leaving out Chris Carson, that's still a factor too. They have a great defense. Who forgets about possibly the greatest linebacker in the league, Bobby Wagner, accompanied by KJ Wright, and that great secondary after they traded for Jamal Adams, which the trade's a little iffy of it being a little too much for 2 first-round picks. But if they get a ring this year, no complaints. That's paid for in itself.
Yeah.
Accompanied with Jamal Adams, you got Quandre Diggs, Quentin Dunbar, Shaquille Griffin, a couple young guys, a couple experienced guys. Seahawks are giving up a lot of points, but I think they do have the talent, they do have the ballers to click and create a shutdown defense. Get the 12th man back if we get crowds going again. I like Seattle making the Super Bowl, but facing Mahomes, I don't think he can do it.
Don't think so?
I think Mahomes gets his back-to-back rings, sets a record, does something crazy.
Yeah, I think that the key for Seattle is having their defense step up when they need them to, especially with that leadership in the secondary with Jamal Adams. Because we all know that when it's time for Russell Wilson to score, he's gonna get it done. Whether it's that game against the Vikings, so they should have not even been in the situation for a last-second touchdown, he got it done then. That game we saw, that was when we saw Cam Newton get stuff on the one.
Yep. That
was against Seattle. Obviously, that was a defensive play, but we saw Russell Wilson hang in that game. It doesn't matter who he's playing, best team in the league, worst team in the league. If it comes down to a last-second score or a score that needs to happen, Russell Wilson gets it done. So the defense will need to make the difference in any game, such as that Super Bowl we see him versus Patrick Mahomes in the near future.
Yeah. My main reason, giving it to the Chiefs over the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl, I think they'll both make it, that's my prediction, is that defense. I don't think they're strong enough to give up that many points, like Carson said, on the Vikings, be that in that position with the 2 and 3 Patriots. You're not going to get that lucky with the Kansas City Chiefs where it comes down to one play, and both plays are arguably kind of dumb. It came down to 4th down to the Vikings, and even the Patriots won. The defense did stop one. It was a terrible play call by the Patriots.
Yeah.
Andy Reid knows what he's going to call.
Yeah, best play caller in the game right now.
Yeah, arguably.
Andy Reid.
Offensively, at
yes,
least,
offensively,
sure.
yes.
And I think the Chiefs' defense will give Russell Wilson a harder time than the Seahawks' defense to Patrick Mahomes, and that's why I got to roll Mahomes.
Yeah, I think where we might see the Seahawks get knocked out, I think if they make the Super Bowl, they win it. I think if we see an NFC Championship between Seattle and Green Bay, I think Aaron Rodgers is
just
that Packers team is like kryptonite to Seattle. Whether it's questionable call by the refs like we saw last season, knocked out in the divisional round by the Green Bay Packers. I think if there's one time in this playoffs that the Seahawks are going to get knocked out, it will be against Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, the chip on his shoulder, who also needs a Super Bowl really bad. He deserves one. So I think if we see the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl, we see them get a ring this year.
Sounds good.
All right,
2 minutes.
Warning.